For those which were being funded by the government, I was like the clerk of works for the institution. For those which we were funding internally, with the building department, we were being tasked to come up with the necessary documents. But finally, I decided to upgrade, join Juma University of Agriculture and Technology in 2015 for a Masters of Science, Construction, Engineering and Management course, but that is still ongoing because on completion of the coursework, I was transferred to Kilifi. To Kilifi to head an institution. So professionally, that was my life climbing up.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yeah. I'll ask you 2 questions concurrently, then you write them down. And I'll also advise that make sure that you have only 1 hour. You have done 15 minutes one question. So when the time is up, we will not give you more time because the others are waiting. Yeah, Mr. Mwandawiro.
Yes.
What experience do you have in the following areas? Civil engineering, electrical installation and quality control, mechanical works, transport. You just give us the answers point by point. Then we have the next question is, what?
Civil engineering, electrical, mechanical,
electrical installations and quality control, mechanical works, transport. That's one question. Another one, what laws will be governing your operations in the docket and how do they apply in your work? D. Give us the state of the following per sub-county. Road, transport, road infrastructure, contracted civil works, that is into brackets quality of construction works. There's another question. How do you get to know the specific roads to be serviced by your docket? And what kind of road works and civil construction do you consider to be cost effective for this county? Yeah.
Thank you, Chair. In terms of laws governing, I think to be precise, we have the Transport Act and we have the Roads Act, which will govern the operations. But specifically for the county operations, it may not very much apply, but it will just be a guiding bit. Oh, there was the experience. The experience I have in civil engineering, I think majorly in the design and estimating and costing, that is building and coming up with the tendering documents. But these others for electrical, mechanical, in the contracts or civil engineering, these are, we call them servicing sections. So we just liaise, but the know-how of what you require for your department or for your, say, facility, you can relate to them that we require some air conditioning here. That's the mechanical equipment which will require some expertise. So these are areas which require special attention besides the civil. So we have to co-opt members with that knowledge. The quality control. Quality control, period again, is on the works being done. And quality, it will start from the materials coming in, the standards being applied, the supervision that goes into it. So at the end of the day, progressively checking on the materials, the workmanship as required by the documentation to enable us to have a structure that will perform the intended purpose. So in brief, the quality control, that's what it requires. So in my area, those standards are known, the civil engineering, but all these are reflected in the documentation, the contract document. Then is upon the supervising person to ensure that those tests are done. If it is concrete of this strength, then the Q crushing strengths have to be carried out. If it is the strength of the road, then the CBR tests have to be carried out. The moisture content tests have to be carried out. The bulk density tests have to be, so tests have to be carried out for the purpose of attaining the quality control. The state of the roads have not moved around in many, in all the sub-counties, but the few I've visited, especially in Voi and part of Mwatate, some are not good. Some are not good. like the Romeo area is pathetic. Knowing how to get to know what a specific road may require service in the docket. At the moment, it will be easy. It will be very easy if all this could have been mapped. So, besides relying on the people on the ground, secondly, routine inspection on the status. At the moment, this is not even giving us the picture, but had we had or have we mapped the entire county? We have a GIS of the road network within the county. Life could be easy and cheap. Thank you, Mr. Chair. The kind of road and civil structures that our county requires, I think that is the question you had asked, if I got it correctly. Ways can be sought to do our roads economically. Major problems that may make our roads impassable is drainage work. Drainage work is the biggest problem for road transport. If we can really manage and handle our drainage work within the road construction, then we can make most of them possible. We could even upgrade using the latest technology that we adapt the low volume level construction or road construction, where compaction of the material will be done to the required dry density. And we finish it with bitumen, and we are having a quality road, so long as the drainage is taken care of. I think, being precise, that's it for now. Chair. There is something I skipped.
Ask a question on what laws will be governing operations in the docket. I didn't even mention. Did you mention?
I mentioned roads and transport, but I said currently, of course, traffic and transport, road act and transport act.
Mheshimiwa Deputy Speaker, answer you. Can you ask the next question?
Thank you, Chair. Mine will be very brief. First, congratulations, Mr. Mwandawiro. Let's say Engineer Mwandawiro or Mr. Mwandawiro.
Just call me Mr. Mwandawiro. My line is technology. I'm a technologist.
Thank you. Congratulations for your appointment. We wish you well in the remaining part of the process. And I have two questions besides. One is, give this committee the relevance of your qualification, the position you are nominated for. We need to see the relevance of your qualifications this position that you're being nominated for. Because here we are basically trying to confirm suitability. Something else is that I've observed, before you know, I have also observed that you have wealth of experience, matters engineering and all that. The CV is actually bulky. Several papers and seminars and all that. So it's more or less of, you've been more or less on imparting knowledge, more or less. No, I'm trying to draw a line of Peter Mwandawiro being a teacher and Peter Mwandawiro an engineer. I'm trying to draw the line fairly. Your practice is more or less in class, the soft part, than on the practical, that is the ground. Notwithstanding, my next question, maybe you also need to give us some clarification on that part. My next question will be, what are the initiatives that you have undertaken as a give back to the community? How have you impacted the community away from your day-to-day running of your activities? Because you have seen a wealth of experience, you have been also in positions of influence. So we want to see how you utilized your positions, your knowledge, also the people that surround you, that live around you, and the community that lives around you. Those are good.
Thank you for those questions. Relevance of my qualifications. You have seen, I have a big Bachelor of Technology, Civil. I have undergone, of course, a master's, though course of complete civil engineering, master's in construction management and financing. This to me, with the explanation I've given, what I have acquired really places me in a very know-how position of whatever is supposed to be undertaken in the document I've been nominated for. I've explained the journey mainly in the administration element. Part of the duties as required by this document is managing, supervising the administration of the duties, and managing, supervising the department. I confidently manage, having had the knowledge of what the department entails. So the qualification to me, I think, is very relevant to the position nominated.
Maybe if I take you further, you know, the biggest thing that I'm looking into your CV, Mr. Mwandawiro, we are looking also at somebody who is hands-on. Why am I asking this? Because your CV is rich with many causes and various trainings that we've undertaken, but it's not coming out clearly on the hands-on experience on this field. More or less, like a young man, like when I graduated my diploma, I went for my degree straight, I went for my master's, I go even for my doctorate degree. And maybe the only thing that I was doing, or I had an opportunity to do, was to lecture. So this person has been lecturing all through, but matters, what happens in the field is a total different story. I'm saying this out of experience because I happen to have attended a course while we were working. I was working in a certain industry, and when you are in the lecture room, the lecturer sounds bookish, totally bookish, and it doesn't correlate at all with what is exactly happening in the field. That is what is making me have jitters on your CV.
I think I did come back by saying, of course, besides the training, I have been carrying out some supervisory duties within those areas related to civil engineering. So this to me, I think, blesses me, and emphasizing that the knowledge, whatever is being done on the ground, is not somebody who is totally zero. That's the picture. So specifically, I don't know whether you want to hear of he had supervised several roles and what have you, but there is the supervision of the buildings coming in here, which also go with some of the civil engineering ones. So I think you better interrogate it further.
Okay, give us a second response.
Yes, indeed. I've been in class teaching, but again, I'm rich there, churning out people. More so, I indicated even in my CV, I've been training the artisans outside, improving their performances in the construction industry. I've handled the Juma artisans, I've handled yes, the masons through Baburi Portland cement, just to improve and inject the new knowledge that comes in. Initiative undertaken to give back to the community. I'm not really clear with what you want, but if I may talk of now the technical area, that is, we are dealing with the fundis here, we are dealing with the those who have the knowledge, those who are hands-on. I've assisted several by again gathering them, giving them sharpening their knowledge to a level that they have acquired recognized certificates like the trade tests and the artisans. within the community, I've been doing that in several areas. You've had the trainings of the Mamburi to give them upgrading, the trainings of the Juakali artisan. I believe this is giving back to the community, as far as I understand.
Let me leave it at that. Not to check.
The next person who will ask questions is Honorable Kifuso.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Allow me to pose the following questions to the nominee. Nominee, kindly you note them down, then you will respond to them. What measures will you put in place to ensure that the county government gets quality for money in works undertaken? What measures will you put in place to ensure that the county government gets quality for money in works undertaken? The other one, the transport sector is often forgotten as a sector within the devolved structure. How will you fix the transport sector in the county?
Transport sector?
I've said, remember your docket is wide, covers all this.
Yeah.
So, most of the time the transport sector, it is forgotten. They deal with other matters on the same docket. So how will you fix the transport sector in the county? The other one, what will you consider to be a priority areas of concern in terms of works needed within our towns? What will you consider to be a priority areas of concern in terms of works needed within our towns? Give at least 2 priority areas. The other one, what will be the role of your advocate in assisting other departments achieve their mandate? What will be the role of your advocate in assisting other departments achieve their mandate? And the last one, what policy proposals will you initiate to streamline operations of your advocate or inform basis for legislation? Have you got any?
Not yet.
I've said,
Yes.
what policy proposals will you initiate to streamline operations of your advocate or inform basis for legislation?
You are looking or inform.
I beg to repeat, what policy proposals will you initiate to streamline operation of your docket?
Yes.
Or inform basis for legislation? You can respond them through the chair.
Nominee, Mr. Mwandawiro.
Yes.
We have 15 minutes to go, but don't panic. Take your time, just be on point.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Measures to be put in place to let quality, to have quality for work undertaken. strictly, we shall start with the designs. Let's have proper designs at the initial stages. This is first and foremost for quality. It will be starting from there. And finally, we finish it with the supervision. I think this will be assuring us quality, value for our work. The transport sector appears to have been forgotten, but to fix this sector, discussions ought to be done incorporating the stakeholders. So, majorly, those operators and firms related to that industry or sector, they may be brought on board and solutions to be sought together with them. Priority areas within areas of work within our county. What I would consider being priority is to make areas those are accessible to be properly accessible at the moment, as opposed to opening some other areas. The role of my docket in assisting other departments is huge. Talk of health, they require services from my docket in terms of construction works. We are talking of market areas. Accessibility will be required. Infrastructure will be required. Again, that may be an area of the trades department. Agriculture. Farm produce have to be transported to the markets. Again, the department will be coming in to ensure the roads are passable. We may also want to open up some other areas like mining, tourism. Those sites have to be accessible. Again, the department or the docket comes in to assist. What policies, on the policies that I will initiate to streamline the docket. Now looking at it in totality, though I don't know how it is currently, but the resourceful persons ought to be at least available at each sub-county. Those technical people, it will be important to have them in each sub-county. One thing I've realized again on the transport bit, for them to be properly utilized, some pooling ought to be done, and we have a common place of control and even maintenance. what form of legislature may be brought in or initiated. We need to at least upgrade some of our areas. And what I have at the back of my mind is some control on development. That we have decided we are coming up with an institute here. Then can we have whatever structures that are coming up to the required standard? Let's have these, if it were buildings, have them approved. When they are being constructed, again, inspections being done. We shall be upgrading some of our areas. Can we put the required infrastructure there? So documentation, a policy on development control, where we have approval of the plans being done, where we have inspections being done. I think I'll stop there. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yeah, the next person who will ask questions will be Honorable Anthony Mwandawiro, Majority Leader.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Juma, congratulations for making it this far. Kindly put down the following questions and respond through the Chair. Question 1. Share your technical views on the following subjects. Share your technical views on the following subjects. Inform this committee on the modalities of maintenance of county machinery and vehicles from within your docket as proposed to outsourcing the same, as well the cost implication of both. Next question. Share your technical views on the following subjects. Inform this committee on the modalities of maintenance of county machinery and vehicles from within your docket as proposed to outsourcing the same, as well the cost implication of both. Next question. Kindly share your views on the fuel levy fund as relates to your docket. Kindly share your views on the fuel levy fund as related to your docket. How will you maximize on its use to achieve more milestones? Next question. What is your net worth? And the last question. Who is the Cabinet Secretary nominee for Public Works, Infrastructure and Transport? Are you okay?
Yeah. My views, Mr. Chairman, my views on the modalities of maintenance of machinery and vehicles be done internally as opposed to outsourcing for the same. I'll gladly go. You see, definitely we have qualified manpower in the maintenance side. And these people draw salaries every month. They are competent enough to do whatever maintenance work that can be done. This will go a long way in reducing the expenditure as compared to outsourcing. What we may require for the maintenance purposes is a question of getting parts. So I think this is something which ought to be addressed immediately. Views on fuel levy. Yes, fuel levy is being, these are funds, maintenance funds, the road maintenance funds. Given for the purpose of maintenance, rehabilitating, and repairing. But normally, for us to maximize on this, a rider ought to come in. That do we have planned activities for this? Because I believe we have to show how we have spent that amount. It's a fund coming from the board, Kenya Roads Board, and first of all, we have to express the need, and this need will be through whatever we have identified we want to do in terms of the work plans and the funds that these plans or the activities attract. So for us to maximize on this, first of all, let's have the work plans. Okay. And the distribution, I would suggest, as much as it will be probably equally distributed to the wards, then discussions should be put in place with the ward members of the county, assembly from particular wards to make proper deal with a specific, at least one road being handled to completion, as opposed to, say, distributing the amount in several roads. So we can identify one with an intention of, say, opening up a given area, and we are doing a job and do it to totality. Then probably we wait for the following year, we handle another job in the same area, as opposed to being small, but not really giving us value. My network is about nearly 25 million, 24.8 something, 6, I think so, if I remember very well. Breaking it down, I have parcels of land, which according to along the Mombasa, Nairobi highway, about 10 acres of them, each rating at 1.5 million, that is giving me 15 million. I have a residence worth 3.5 million. I have undeveloped close in Voi area, 3 of them. This in total maybe about 2 million. I have a rental house in Voi. That's about 1.5 million. And one in Mombasa, about 1 million. the CS nominee for public work and infrastructure. The nominee is Honorable Juma. Thank you.
Yeah. The next person who will ask you questions is Mwandawiro.
Thank you, Chair. My questions are 3. Please elaborate in full detail. How would you handle political pressure to have incomplete works approved for payment? How would you handle political pressure to have incomplete works approved for payment? Number 2. The county has several plant machineries grounded for lack of maintenance, despite several budgetary allocations. How would you fix this? The county has several plant machineries grounded for lack of maintenance, despite several budgetary allocations. How would you fix this? Most county feeder roads are dilapidated. State owing to lack of periodical maintenance. How will you mitigate this?
Several county feeder roads. Yes, so the question is?
Due to lack of maintenance.
Due to lack of maintenance.
Yes. How will you mitigate this? Kindly give a detailed response. Thank you, Chair.
So, thank you, Madam Chair. Political pressure. Political pressure, I don't know. This is work which has not been complete, and you are being forced to pay. Personally, I don't know, we're coming towards the end, but why my conscience may not allow me to do that? Yes, it is politics, and I know the person who nominated me here is a politician, but again, I'm called to give advice. So, even if they consider him to be my boss, does not allow me to do the wrong thing if I think this is wrong. So I don't know what kind of pressure I'll advise. But if the pressure becomes too much, then I better disqualify myself or withdraw. Because I have to do that which is good. I don't know. That will be my take. The county has several plant machinery grounded, fine, and the budgetary allocations have been done, but nothing has not been done. Again, I don't know. This is in line with the integrity element. Why? If we had budgeted for repair or maintenance works to be done, then reasons have to be given. Reasons have to be given as to why. And it boils down to accountability element. That there is a budget here. Where did it go? And if probably the problem is on the persons who are supposed to carry out. Then the management of that bit ought to be forced to up its game. So there must be a reason. Are we missing the parts to do the job? Or if there is incompetence again, then can we improve on this to handle the job? Whoever we have as our workers in those areas, they can be given some extra know-how to equip them further with knowledge to handle whatever, because either the parts were not there, or if they were there, were they lacking the necessary requisite expertise to handle? So we address this. The county feeder roads are dilapidated due to lack of maintenance. So the maintenance, how to handle this is, according to me, may be easy by involving, may I say, the stakeholders, and in this I target the users around that place with a view of creating employment to our youths. So if it is properly done, with whatever amount of money we have, then can we have the maintenance being planned periodically carried out? If we carry out periodical maintenances, then problems of them being dilapidated may not be there. But we can kill two birds with one stone. We are saving, we are maintaining, we are engaging the youth, creating employment on one hand, and again attaining, maintaining our roads. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yeah. I will ask other members. We have Mheshimiwa Juma.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. The nominee, a quick one. I understand that the government you want to join is going to inherit a lot of money in form of pending bills. And some of these are squarely in your docket of roads. So many contractors have done roads in this county, they have not been paid. How are you going to help your boss to deal with the pending bills before we contract new contractors to do our roads? Number two, I have, in your presentation, I've heard you talking about the drainage being the biggest cause of our roads dilapidation. How are you going to collaborate with other ministries to mitigate this issue of drainage so that we can have our roads stay longer after maintenance? Thank you so much, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair. On the pending bills, the advice I may give is first, can we authenticate, or rather carry out an audit of what had been done, which came in terms of pending bills, because we might say, so once we have really authenticated the state, then if it is work done, it ought to be paid. then I'll advise for payment. I'll advise for payment.
Mr. Chair, allow me to interject. Your docket is very tricky on confirmation of the works done in that are in the pending bills. So when we say that we are going to confirm, if it was a job to do with marraming or maybe grading and rains came, like in my ward, when it rains, everything is washed away because of the rain. Now, how will you validate that pending bill?
Madam Chair, I think if things, unless we are told that things are not being done properly, if things had been done properly, then proper documentation for this job ought to have been there. Fine. Contractor awarded properly, and payments may have been, or this is a job which is in the process. So if it is a contract job of say 5 million for instance, and payment had been done, some certificates had been honored up to about 3 million, then definitely there is some 2 million remaining. It ought to be paid, whether it has been washed away by the rains or not. But this is the element of audit I have in mind. Unless it is work which was done without proper documentation, then there we are in problems. It becomes a bit difficult. It becomes, otherwise, how do I accept every contractor with a pending bill just without any proper documents?
Through the chair, I think when nominee, we talk about pending bill. These are well documented bills, because by them to be pending bills, it means the due process has been followed. If the contractor has done a job, has not been paid for years, you're coming in as the new boss.
Right.
How are you going to advise your boss to pay those bills
All right.
before you back on the new ones?
All right. I think not to stall other functions, because like you might have money which may not be enough to clear the pending bills in any way, but we can have a discussion with the having identified. We can have a discussion with the contractors and have a payment plan to clear those pending bills. So drainage is a problem. People are supposed to collaborate with here. I think we need first of all the other agents, the road agents like Kera, Kura, KWS, and within the county, we can collaborate with the Ministry of Environment. We can collaborate with the Ministry of Environment. Thank you.
Let's wish you
Thank you, Chair. Mine is not really a technical question, but more of a management question. And as you're answering it, think of the social, political, economic impact of it. Taita Taveta, you mentioned earlier about mapping out the road network for Taita Taveta. And it's true, there are some areas which are not accessible today within Taita Taveta. There are areas which seem to have better road infrastructure. And now that if you get to this position, how do you assure us of equitable distribution of the budgetary allocation of Taita Taveta to assure every corner that they do not have to beg, but they will have an equal share? We have seen a tendency of one area being, say, over-focused by the administration of the day, and you find an area has roads almost to every corner of itself, and others have only strips. They can't even access their farmlands or anything. They can't even export. They can't even transport their farm produces or take their kids to school with a better mode of transportation apart from motorbikes. So how do you assure us that if you become the CECM on this docket, there will be no patronage? It will be equitably distributed. Thank you.
Chair, I think to me, it's because of time, but to me, assuring the socio-economic roles are supposed to, they have an impact. But we have committees of this house. We have CIDPs. I mean, members participating in the making of the development program. So when we map, we shall be knowing each and every area. So if it can be agreed, equitable distribution, I don't know what assurance, because the assurance will be coming from this council, this assembly. We have a committee under the planning with their involvement. We can attain that. Let me just put it like that. With the working in liaison with the committee in charge of the document, then I think we can attain the equity. I think I've answered.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Mwandawiro, I know one of the best CSRs you have done in the residence of college is the big role you have played in upgrading informal settlements quarters areas in Voi town, resulting in residents getting better seats. Would you kindly help this house know what plans you have in opening the roads in the squatter settlements in our municipalities, believing that you're going to be a designated CEC member for the roads? Thank you.
That question requires me to talk with the authority, but I think I'll try to respond. That with the plant we have here, with the machinery we have, I think letting that machine fueled by the county and work on that site in a day, it will have opened that area. Like when we have the plants and we have our own plant which is up running and working, and we have the operators, then it's a question of convincing, looking for, probably working in liaison again or in collaboration with the other doctors. We have it done. I think it would be a big deal if we have our own plants in operation, and this can be done in several areas.
Last question from Mheshimiwa Rose.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, Mr. Mwandawiro. Congratulations for this fund. Mr. Mwandawiro, we have a county garage which we allocated a lot of money so that it can help our people to get jobs and also to maintain our vehicles, county vehicles. But it has not been in use for that. It's like the money we put in, it's a waste. And so many cars have been taken to other garages and they have not been paid. Most of them, they are lying there. What are you going to do so that we can secure our vehicles and also to make sure this garage is in use?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Again, it's a question of reviving. It's unfair, I agree, to have money spent and then you don't get value for it. I've personally seen vehicles which I believe with some small touch it will be back on the road. I happened to inquire, find out, and I was informed that we have qualified mechanics. Let's make use of this. So my assurance is that first of all, we work with what we have, revive this, and we see they'll be back on the road. They'll be back on the road, I believe. With that heart, they'll be back on the road. The ones in the garages, if they have been, that will be also considered as a pending bill, then they have to be paid for and repossessed by the county. Thank you.
I'll just say the last question, but I'm told there's one Mheshimiwa has been raising his hand, but I was not seen. Those have been blocked by deputy. Okay, I'll give you that opportunity. Mheshimiwa Azadi.
Thank you, Chair. Congratulations, Mr. Juma Mwandawiro. Mine is a major concern or a question. Being the chairperson of Transport, Public Works and Infrastructure, we have seen other countries raise their road standards to cabro and bitumen. This is one of them, the best thing you can do to raise the status of a town. What are you going to do to make sure this also becomes a reality in our county? Thank you.
Of course, it's good you mentioned town, but those raising cabro, bitumen around town, this is in the docket of Kura. So, working in large instances do arise where you find even whatever had been budgeted for or money is found to be a sort of sub-balance in whatever roads that have been planned by either carer. So if we work in close collaboration with these government agencies, they'll assist. I think that would be my approach. Working in close collaboration with the relevant agencies and seeing where they can chip in terms of improving. But for the rural, I said we can even improve the standards of the roads by making them possible. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Nominee Peter Juma Mwandawiro.
Yes.
Do you have anything for this committee?
Yeah, I think I want to say, but I would like to thank this committee for giving me this opportunity. At least hearing my experiences. May I say, I also like to thank His Excellency the Governor for nominating me for this post. And how I pray that you find me suitable, competent for this post as you approve me. Otherwise, I'm really grateful for the audience. Thank you, Manager.
Mwandawiro,
yes,
if you'll be successful, we shall interact more. At all the same, at least we have known each other. If you will not be successful, still we shall meet up there.
Fine.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Let me declare this vetting session officially closed.
Thank you.